Hi, friends. Welcome to La Femme Bleue. It's been a while since I've taped. The last few weeks have really been um, a battle in terms of coughing, cold symptoms, and so forth. So I'm praying that I'll continue to get better and feel better. I do have a slight issue that's going on with my back as well. So I don't know. This is like, and I know seasons don't last forever, so I know this is definitely going to go away. But this is a season of health challenges, apparently. But I'm praying through it, and here I am today. I was like, you know what? I need to post because I haven't posted in some time now. So I really wanted to kind of make sure I have my videos up and loaded. So thank you for tuning in. Again, welcome to La Femme Bleue. Don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate you um, encouraging and listening to my videos, my posts. Thank you for taking the time. So I did want to follow up on a previous video. I had mentioned that there was a complaint filed by my ex-husband in regards to support for his financial needs. So, of course, I had to um, reach out to my attorney to represent me and so forth, since I did not know how to handle my own case, and I rather not because I don't know every single law that's out there. So I prefer to have representation whenever he comes up with some nonsense. But what ended up happening, I think it was last week, and I think I did a video in terms of what the outcome of that was, that it was dismissed. He dropped his complaints, and it looked like he was going to end up having to pay me much more than what he was looking for. And so, of course, naturally, um, he wasn't going to go for that. And I'm not after his money either way. So I dropped the counter case that I had against them. So the outcome was favorable, but just overall, for that representation, I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to be billed, but I did get an invoice. It's just nonstop. I can't believe it. For $975, you guys, and that's excluding the that one representation, that one day where my attorney had to um, represent me in terms of um, just I can't even get my words together because every time I try to wrap my head around having to dish $975 and possibly $250 for a 30-minute phone call. It's just insane. Um, but anyway, the $975, I believe, will cover the paperwork that he had to go through leading up to the the case, leading up to the complaint that was filed against me. So I'm hoping that he will be in the holiday mood, in the spirit of giving. So I'm gonna reach out to him to see if there's a way that he can kind of round the number to, maybe half of that bill and then write off the rest of it. Hopefully I won't have to pay that entire bill. Because looking at it now, if it's already $975, he's gonna add for um, the meeting that he had to attend on my behalf. So naturally, it's going to be way over $1,000. And so I'm like, it's the holidays, there's a lot I can do with $1,000. I'm not looking to have to continue to pay attorney fees. And, and I'm really hoping that 2025, and I'm praying and believing 2025 there'll be less legal fees, honestly, that this man will actually comply, that he will not pull any stunts, that he will not contact my attorney, because uh, every now and then he'll send an email and either CC my attorney or try to reach my attorney to get a response from me. And I'm like, wait a minute, if you not trying to be spiteful, naturally I'll respond, but sometimes I just don't want to put up with his BS and take time to respond to any emails that he sends. Um, since you and I had last talked to you guys, I don't know which video was the last one you saw. He sent me an email. I mean, that email, honestly, if he could put his energy into good use, he should have written a book by now. It was one of the longest emails. He always puts a long email together, trying to get all his thoughts out. And I reached out to him and told him, listen, when any of these thoughts come to your mind, think twice. Do not put them in writing. Do not even contact me, nothing. Uh, he was pinpointing how um, our youngest son, his health, his eating habits, and so forth. And I'm like, listen, you've got two kids in your care, and you don't even exercise any care for them. One of them is not going to school, most likely will be a dropout if you don't step up and put some actions together as a man. And so, why would you even care about what I'm doing when you can't even take care of the two that God has placed in your care? So, anyway, he's just full of nonsense, honestly. I really think, you know, some people, they're not assets in this world. They're really liabilities. And we have to be careful who we um, bring into our circle, who we marry, who we have children with, because at the end of the day, if they're not assets, they're going to be liabilities for the long haul. And it's unfortunate because he doesn't see his talents, he doesn't see his worth, and he's just a consumer. He's consuming everything from anyone that he can, and that's really his lifestyle, unfortunately. Um, and my prayer and my goal is for our youngest to not exhibit any of those traits, because they're not good traits. Um, I'm really putting all that I have in terms of my resources to make sure that our youngest get the best of what he needs. I'm not able to reach um, our daughter and son, oldest, those two who live with him, because I'm not able to reach them, by phone. Either they don't pick up, or if they do pick up, they don't want to talk. So, I'm just believing that God will be the guiding light that they follow, and that they will see that they have to fight for themselves and utilize, whatever resources that this man is giving them, food, shelter, the basic needs, and utilize those resources to be the best of who they need to be. And without education, it's going to be a challenge. And so I'm really believing that God will intervene in my oldest son's life, that he will see the value of education, the value of making sure that at the end of the day, that's going to be his ticket to getting to where he needs to get to. So, I try to send him videos, uplifting videos, There are a lot of motivational videos out there for teens as well as adults, and I really think and I'm believing that he's listening to them, and one of them will make an impact. At some point he'll say, you know what, I'm just going to pick up and do the best of what I need to for myself. You know, I love them dearly, I really do. And I know some of you might be thinking, okay, well, why don't you fight for them? Why don't you go get them? It's not as easy. The system does not work for children. It works against them, unfortunately. And I can't just get up and say, I'm going to go get them and bring them to where I am. It just doesn't work that way. Um, but anyway, I just came on here to kind of share about this invoice, and unfortunately, it is what it is in terms of legal fees. You retain an attorney. You know what? At the end of the day, you're gonna have to pay for it, and I'm hoping this is the last bill for 2024 that I'm gonna wrap it up with a zero balance, and leave some positive comments, you guys. I'm looking forward to the holidays. I'll post as we get closer to the holidays as well. And hopefully, you guys will have a wonderful time with your family. And until we talk again, peace. Um, you know, keep your mental state protected. Don't let anybody ruin your safe space. Definitely make sure you take time for yourself to refresh, to reflect, to rebuild, and stay well. All right. Until we talk again, friends, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for listening.